Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a bald face first impression. I thought I'd start off with nothing on my face, as you can tell. I haven't got everything new as per usual. I think I've only got a few things that I haven't got, like mascara, bronzer, powder. I believe that's it. First I'm going to start off with this primer. So this is the e.l.f. Aqua Primer Mist. So I've heard mixed reviews on this. Some are bad and some are like good. I haven't heard really good reviews about this, but we shall see. It's obviously a spray. I love primer sprays, so let's hope it's good. Let's see what the mist is like. Okay, so the mist is quite like straight, but okay. This reminds me of the Origins spray, the Mascamizer primer spray. Because of the mist, it's a bit hit or miss. It's very wet, but that's that. I can't really rate it at the moment. It's very wet on the skin and the mist isn't a nice mist, if you get what I mean, but let's hope that sinks into the skin. So next for primer, I have the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I got this trio from Beauty Bay. If you haven't seen my haul, I'll put it in the eye up there. I bought this, I think it was £22 or £25, I can't remember. I'm going to be using the Illuminating Primer, so it looks like this. I don't know if this is good or not. I haven't really heard many reviews on this. Apparently the Cover FX primers are quite good. Wow, okay, it's very runny. Okay, so it just looks like this. It's like a skin tone shade. So I'm just going to rub this all over my face. It has a scent to it. It smells smells like makeup, but then it smells like something else. I can't really put my finger on it. Okay, my face has gone really red. Oh, I can't see any glitter in there, which is really good. It has given my skin a nice sheen. I have been liking illuminating bases or foundations at the moment, but then setting it with powder because my skin is quite dry at the moment, which I say in every video. Yeah, it looks quite nice, as you can see. Next is a foundation, of course. This is the Jouard, however you say it, Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. It says hyaluronic acid, matte and oil free. It's only 20 mils, which is like 10 mils under like the normal amount. And then I got it in the shade Pearl. It just looks like this. Love the frosted glass on the packaging. It looks really expensive and chic. It says on the back to shake well, so I'm going to make sure I do that. It sounds quite liquidy, so I'm going to pop 2 pumps on my back of my hand. Okay, so I've dampened my sponge. So this foundation is very liquidy, as you can tell there. It does say that it's a matte finish, but obviously because I've put that illuminating base on as a primer, it's obviously going to be a little bit more luminous. So I'm going to take a little bit of that at a time. Okay, it is very pigmented. Okay, so a little goes a long way for this foundation. I think I have applied a little bit too much. I think the best way to apply this would be with a beauty sponge because it is quite a pigmented foundation. Okay, that is a lot. Okay, I am loving this so far. This is actually quite light for me. Oh my god, I look like a ghost. It doesn't smell the best, I have to admit. But it doesn't look cakey, it just looks really pigmented, which I actually am loving. It's so pigmented. Wow. All I can say is wow. I think I have so much left on my hand. I did 2 pumps, maybe I should have just done 1. I'm going to try and put that back in the bottle, hopefully. But yeah, this is covered so well. I think this is going to be one of my new favourite foundations. It's covered extremely well. I think the illuminating base has helped a lot. Yeah, I'm loving. So I'm just going to apply a tiny bit more on my nose, because my nose doesn't tend to stick well with foundations or any type of products. Great, that is stunning. Okay, so I put the rest of that product back in the bottle because I do not want to waste any product. And I got some on my mirror. So overall at the moment this is an amazing foundation. It hasn't gone into any of my fine lines, which is amazing. It's got rid of all my pigmentation, it's covered my freckles. I don't even think you'd need much concealer with this. It's amazing. Obviously I'm going to apply concealer because I have a concealer to test. Okay, so I have the e.l.f., it doesn't say what it is, the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Light, which is probably going to be too dark for me. Normal applicator for a oh my god, can you see how dark that is? Yeah, we are not using that today. That is like a contour shade. I will show you on my hand how dark that is. It's in the shade Light. And that is not light. How is that light? That's like a cream contour for me. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm going to get a different concealer. Okay, so the only new concealer I have to test is something I've used before. I've used this before, but they have a load of new shade in their shade range. It's the Maybelline Fit Me. They only had 10, 15, 20, so on, but now they have 05, which is the lightest shade, I believe. So I'm just going to apply this because that concealer was not light. So hopefully this is lighter now. Get that off my face. I have nothing against e.l.f., but come on now, sort your shades out. I already know I like this concealer, so I'm just going to skip this. As you can see, it's a nice light shade. Okay, so I feel like with this foundation you need to apply your foundation a little bit quicker than I did, because obviously it's a matte formula. It's going to dry a lot quicker, so it was harder to blend out the concealer. But I still love it, it's great. It still hasn't gone into my fine lines, which is great. Again, I haven't got a powder, so I'm going to just use my Rimmel Stay Matte, which I use every day. I'm just going to do my eye area at the moment because I have a cream contour. Well, it's the Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation in the shade F11. I did mean to buy this in F10 because it's more of a contour shade, but this is definitely more of a bronzy shade. So I'm just going to apply that as like a contour bronzer shade. Okay, so I love this for foundation anyway. We'll see how it blends on this foundation. I actually love cream contouring these days because it just looks really nice and sculpts your face out really nice. Okay, so that's that. It blended really nicely into the foundation. It's added a lot of warmth to my face. I think this would be better if I was a little bit darker or with a little bit of darker foundation, for me anyway, personally. Again, I was meant to get F10, which was a lot more of like a cooler tone, but this is a lot warmer. So it still looks good though. I think it looks good. It sculpted out my face a lot. So I'm just going to go over my whole face with this powder, with a face powder. Okay, so I am loving my base makeup at the moment. So again, I haven't got a bronzer, so I'm just going to use the Body Shop bronzing powder and just sculpt my face a little bit to set that bronzer. Okay, so next moving on to blusher. I have a sample size of this because I am not willing to pay, I believe it's like £25 for this blusher. It's the Benefit Rocketeur blush, I believe it's called. It just looks like this. It's the little mini size. I believe you can get this from Boots, and it's just a nice pinky peach shade, which I love them types of blushes. Okay, so I also have a new blush brush. It's like a contour brush. It's the Morphe E4, which is quite a angled brush, but lots of people have used this for blusher. Okay, so I don't know how much to apply. Okay, so it's quite a pigmented blush, so I'm just going to blend that as much as I can. I'm not a blush pigmented person. Yeah, I like that blush. It's not too overpowering, it just gives you a nice blush to the face. Next I have a setting spray just to lock everything in before I do a highlighter. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray, and do you know what I forgot? I forgot to use the illuminating drops. I'll use that in another video because obviously I've put powders on my face now, it won't work as well. But anyway, I'll use this setting spray and it just has a ball. Give a good shake and hopefully it doesn't leave glitter on my face. Ooh, it's a nice mist. Okay, so it didn't leave any blotches on my face or any like glitter, so that is great. Okay, so after setting everything, it looks more locked in and in place. I really am liking the base of my makeup right now. I really need to fill my eyebrows in. But first I'm going to use the Ofra Feeling Myself highlighter palette. It's just a palette they've brought out and it's on Beauty Bay. Okay, so it comes with 3 of the shades. It comes with Blissful, Pillow Talk and Rodeo Drive. Blissful and Rodeo Drive have been in their collection for a while. I think Pillow Talk is new, like a newer shade. But today I'm going to use Rodeo Drive because that's why I bought it. Okay, so apparently these are very pigmented, so I'm going to go in with a light hand and it's actually a bit dark. Okay, so that is a gorgeous goldy champagne highlight. It's actually not too dark for my skin tone, which I was a little bit hesitant about, but that is so nice. It doesn't look glittery, it doesn't look chunky. I think it's a tiny bit too dark for my skin tone at the moment. Like, I can get away with it, but you know. But yeah, absolutely love that, and I knew I was going to like it because everyone raves about these highlights, and just look at it. Okay, so I'm just going to go off camera and do my eyebrows because I don't have anything new, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done my eyebrows. Now I have something so exciting for my eyeshadow. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Eyeshadow Palette. This is fairly new, but it's not new anymore. But I finally got my hands on it. I've had my hands on it for quite a while now, a couple of weeks. But I was waiting to do a full face first impression to review it and demo it. So the shades in this, I absolutely love the Modern Renaissance, but the shades in this are, oh, that's the brush. The shades are amazing. I love them. They're more up my street and I think I would get use out of all of them. which is great. I think I'm going to do a warm golden eye with this, because I also have these from Collection and I'm going to use the gold one, I think. Okay, so first I'm going to take burnt orange, which is this shade here. Please do excuse my nails, a bit disgusting. Love this shade. It was in the Modern Renaissance palette and it's so pigmented. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. Completely forgot. There is a lot of kickback with these shadows, but because they're so highly pigmented, you'd expect that. What's great with the Anastasia eyeshadows is that there's not much fallout. There's not any fallout at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to go with a more dense brush and I'm going to take Sienna, which is this shade here. It's more of a reddy brown, and I'm just going to darken that crease and outer corner. For some reason the shade blended a lot better on this eye than this eye. I'm not sure why. Normally this is my good eye. I'm going to go in with bronze, which is like a very intense gold shade. I'm going to use a finger first, just to see. I know for a fact that it's not going to work with a dry brush. Oh yes. Okay, so it's still not as pigmented as I'd like it, so I'm going to go in with that setting spray and spray my brush. Okay, so then just to add a little bit something on the lids, I'm going to add the Collection Glam Crystal Dazzling Gel Liner in the shade Funk 3. It's just like the Urban Decay glitter liners. Just to add a little bit more sparkle to the eye. Yeah, that looks so much better. Just gonna do the other eye. Okay, so for the price, these are amazing. I believe they're only like $2.99. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the lower lash line. I'm not gonna do anything too dramatic. I'm gonna take burnt orange that we took in the crease and just blend that under the eye. They don't really have a highlight shade in the palette. I'm going to take Rodeo Drive again and place that in my inner corner. Yes. And my brow bone. Okay, so I want it a little bit brighter, so I'm going to take a little bit of Pillow Talk, just a little bit because it's quite pink. And I'm just going to blend that in with the Rodeo Drive. Okay, so that is the eyes done. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow done. Now I'm going to go in with lashes. I have the unicorn lashes in the shade Peachy Pie. They look like this. They just slide out. I love the packaging. It's so nice. I haven't used these before, but they look absolutely stunning. Okay, so they come in a really fancy box. They look like this. They're quite dramatic. I love dramatic eyelashes. This is so hard to get into. So yeah, these are very dramatic. I'm going to have to cut these down a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to apply glue and stuff and I'll be back. Okay, so I've just gone and applied mascara as well as glue to the lashes. So the lashes might be done now. Okay, so these have quite a thick lash band, but we'll try and get it as close as we can. Okay, so that's what they look like before and after. I think I need to cut them a little bit more because they are sticking it into my eye a little bit. Okay, so that's the closest I'm gonna get. I definitely need to cut them a little bit more because they are digging into my eye slightly. But no, I really like them. They were easy to apply even though they do have a thicker lash band and you can't really tell like where the lash band is. So that's it for the eyes. I'm going to zoom out and show you what I got for lips. Okay, so lips today I have something I have never tried before. It's a liquid lipstick by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay, so it looks like this. And the shade is Pure Hollywood. I have got foundation on my lips already, but I'm going to keep that on because my lips are quite pigmented. So I haven't tried these before ever, and I haven't got a new lip liner, so I'm just going to go straight in. I hate not going in with lip liner. Okay, so now I know why everyone was raving about this. These feel comfortable. Obviously they are a matte formula. Looks very nice. I am so happy with how the outcome has turned out. The foundation still looks amazing. The blush looks nice. The contour slash bronzer looks really nice and blended. The highlight is banging, so bright, and the eyeshadows are really nice as well. And this lipstick, I like the colour. I would definitely wear a lip liner with it, but for now I don't. So yeah, that is my full face of first impressions. Make sure to click the red button down below and subscribe if you're not already. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to check out some of my other videos that I've linked up in the eye over here. And maybe click the bell when you subscribe so you know when I upload. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I love to the moon and back. Bye guys.